Hey everybody, Ken here, CCG vlog. 3 events this weekend. It's the beginning of a new year, 2024. We're starting off with the 360 Winter Poker Classic. We also got the $28,000 Dream Maker free roll, starts on Friday. You got to start qualifying for it on Friday. What else we got to go over this weekend? Double points for cash game players. Wild tournament. I mean, this 360 should be a great way to start 2024. Let's get right into it. 3 events this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. January 5th, 6th, and 7th, we are going to be at the St. Andrews Golf Course in West Chicago. That is the West Chicago location that is on North Avenue, just north of Route 59. At the golf course, great food, tons of good drink specials. Should be a great time for the Winter Poker Classic, and I even think the weather is starting to accommodate for us. It's getting, well, I mean, it's pretty green outside, but it is getting colder outside. I think that snow is coming, so it's a good weekend for the Winter Poker Classic. Let's just get right into that. So again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, noon to midnight on Sunday. You got 2 day ones for the 360. It's 300 plus 60. There are no add-ons, so it's 360 straight. Day 1A is going to be Friday at 6:30 p.m. And then Day 1B is going to be Saturday at 4 p.m. And then Day 2, which is where both Day 1s are going to combine into Day 2. Day 2 is going to start Sunday at noon. Get 50,000 starting stack, which is 10K more than what you normally got with these multi-day, multi-flight events. Like the Winter Classic, I think we did a Summer Classic, all the classics. 50K starting stack, which is 10K than what we normally do, and for 2024 we did change up the main event structure, so I'm going to just hit that up right away. 50K in chips, 35-minute levels, $360 buy-in. We did change up the levels a little bit. We took out a couple of the early levels so that we can get some better levels later in the tournament. It also puts a little bit more emphasis on playing the day ones. We had so many people buying in super late because there were kind of some superfluous, that was my toilet paper word of the day, very unnecessary levels early in the tournament, and I think with the extra chip stacks and the flattening out of the main event structure, it makes it better. So many people complained, why are we doing 100 100 and 100 200 and 100 300 and then 100 300 with a 300, and there was just so many things that we were doing and people were unhappy with, so we changed it. That's what we do. We hear from you, we change stuff. 50K starting stack, $360 buy-in. Day 1A is Friday at 6:30 p.m. You're going to play 10 levels, the Winter Classic, if you decide to play Day 1A. 10 levels, stop. We do not play to a certain point in the field, meaning we don't play into the top 15%. You don't automatically make the money into Day 2, which we'll get into in a second here as well when we talk about Day 2. Day 1A and Day 1B, you play 10 levels, stop. So levels are going to start at 100, 200, Day 1A, Friday at 6:30 p.m., you play 10 levels, stop. If you still have chips available, awesome. Kudos to you. You have made it to Day 2, which will then be Sunday at noon. Noon start on Sunday. Now, let's say you weren't able to play on Friday, so you want to play Day 1B. Day 1B is Saturday, 4 p.m. start for this one, regular deep stack times. 4 p.m. start, you're going to go back again. If you decide to play Day 1B, it has nothing to do with Day 1A. It's a completely separate flight. Starts a whole new flight. Anybody who wants to play Saturday can play Saturday. 4 p.m. start, 50K stacks, you're going to play 10 levels, stop. If you still have chips at the end of the 10th level and Day 1B stops, then you get to come and combine or bring your chips into Day 2. So anybody who made it through Day 1A, anybody who made it through Day 1B gets to go to Day 2, which starts at noon on Sunday. Now there is one other change for these classic tournaments starting for 2024. The late registration is going to be through the first level of Day 2, which is level 11, which means registration is now open all the way through level 11. It gives players a little bit of buffer time to get there on time on Sunday, because we know Sunday at noon is tough to get to for poker players, myself included. So we're giving you a little bit more time. So we're going to give you 11 levels of registration. But again, we took out some of those early levels, like 100, 100. You can now start with 100, 200. I can even do the math on what 50,000 chips, how many big blinds you start. It's still a lot. Don't worry. You get tons of chips, 35-minute levels. It is a super deep tournament. It just takes away some of those kind of unnecessary early levels and gives it towards the back end, which means you're going to have more time to play when the tournament actually matters, which is nearing the end of Day 2, which is the final day. It's only a 2-day tournament. 2 flights. Day 1A on Friday, 6:30. Day 1B, Saturday at 4 p.m. Now, we do a double bag bonus, meaning if you bag on Friday and you bag on Saturday, which means you make it through both levels, you get half of your smaller stack combined to your larger stack, which is how you go through on day 2. It's just a bonus for players who make it twice. There is no other bonus like that. In years past, we've done some seat vouchers and some reasons to do so, but we're not doing that this time. I think it's going to be enough to go just like normal. So if you do the double bag bonus, I do go into it in more detail on the website. If you have any questions, just click on this banner on the homepage at ccgpoker.com. It'll give you a whole breakdown. It'll also give you the new structure, which is great. I fully support it. I think it's fantastic, and it is one of, if not the best tournament you can play in. It's fantastic. We try to give you, on these bigger buy-in tournaments, the best structure that is possible. And normally I'm like, hey, it's a one-day tournament. We can't go crazy. Well, this is a 2-day tournament with 2 flights over the weekend. Should be a blast. If you decide to play both day ones, you do get half of your smaller stack. The other reason we went into the extra level of late registration is that so many players were down to like 12,000 chips, and I was like, well, what do I do now? And the double bag bonus was supposed to help with that, but this way, if you decide to come back, there's nothing worse than coming back to a day 2 in a tournament when you're not in the money and you've got just no chips. That sucks. I've done it before. I was at Potawatomi and I told Brian, I'm like, I'm not coming back 3 hours round trip, 4 hours round trip with no chips. It's just not going to happen. I punted with Ace King in the very last hand of the tournament of day 1, and I got knocked out by White Sox Brian, who had pocket aces. I'll never forget that, White Sox Brian. Give a shout out to him if you see him next time. But that's the 360 Classic. We still have the early birds, the second chances, and the late nights on Friday and Saturday. We've got PLO action on Sunday, cash games, tons of cash game action on Friday. That is the cash game day 1, 2, and PLO guaranteed starts. 2 o'clock start for 1, 2, and 3 o'clock start for PLO. If you want to get on the PLO list, let me know. We are starting to do a bigger interest list in 2-5. Typically, the largest 1-2 game will turn into 2-5, but we want to be able to give the 2-5 players a little bit more time and a more specific starting point so that they can come if they only want to play 2-5. So if you want to do that, hit me up in the comment section. I will send you a text and get you on that list. We don't send out massive amount of stuff. It's more like if you want to get on the list and you want to find out, we'll let you know, and it's kind of up to you and what you want to do and your level of involvement. $28,000 free roll starts on Friday, which means you can start to qualify every month. And I'll do another vlog separate on this tomorrow. There is the top 5 cash game players and the top 5 tournament players from each month. January, February, March, April, and May are going to play in a 50-person free roll where the top 2 players are going to win main event seats. WSOP, Las Vegas, the tournament of tournaments. The dream that every poker player wants is to play in that tournament. It's really expensive. It's $10,000 plus travel expenses. Well, hey, you can win that seat by playing CCG events all this first 5 months out of the year. So, yeah, it should be a great start. We're super excited for 2024. And, you know, resolutions aside, let's see what happens this weekend. Come and see us for that 360 Winter Classic. If you have any questions, hit us up in the comment section. Thank you as always for watching. We will see you this weekend. Bye, everybody.